stricter rules at South Florida hospitals,
highly contagious, highly transmissible,
and tougher talk from GOP lawmakers
these vaccines are saving lives
as COVID cases surge. January 6th committee snub.
This is the people's house, not Pelosi's house.
After the House Speaker rejects the two top Republican choices. And South Florida taking on the Olympics.
One of the most emotional times in my life.
With a Marlins player carrying the Stars and Stripes. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Zitlali Solache.
And I'm Christina Feliciano. Today is Thursday, July 22nd, 2021.
From the South Florida Media Network's Biscayne-based studios in North Miami, this is SFMN Newsbreak.
Florida's governor adding his name to the list of Republicans who are now showing strong support for the COVID vaccine. The numbers are undeniable. The Delta variant is bringing COVID cases up, and the vast majority of patients are unvaccinated.
The network's Alejandra Garcia is in the control center with more on how they're urging supporters to get the shot.
This morning, the U.S. Capitol is now recommending mask mandates once again after a spike in COVID-19 cases nationwide, but especially in South Florida. There is no sign the CDC is planning to officially change its guidance on masking, but former U.S. Surgeon General Jerome Adams is encouraging the agency to revise its policy in places where cases are rising, yet vaccination rates are low. Writing in the Washington Post, instead of vax it or mask it, people might need to vax it and mask it. Because of a spike in COVID-19 cases in South Florida, several hospitals are going back to their pandemic-era rules. One of them is Jackson Memorial Health System, where they are limiting visitors for patients in their units already.
This virus is highly contagious, highly transmissible. This is not a joke.
Governor Ron DeSantis is urging Floridians to get vaccinated against the coronavirus as soon as possible, saying that the shots are saving lives.
Here's, I think, the most important thing with the data. If you are vaccinated, fully vaccinated, the chance of you getting seriously ill or dying from COVID is effectively zero. If you look at the people that are being admitted to hospitals, over 95% of them are either not fully vaccinated or not vaccinated at all. And so these vaccines are saving lives. They are reducing mortality.
Some right-wing TV hosts and GOP lawmakers who use their platforms to question the vaccine are slightly changing their tune. Fox and Friends host Steve Doocy talking over his co-host to urge viewers to get vaccinated.
If you have the chance, get the shot. But if
It'll
you
save
don't,
your life.
Well,
a summer surge in South Florida as COVID cases are rising. Hospitalizations and deaths are also spiking with the Delta variant spreads going around when less than half the population is fully vaccinated. So counties are rethinking mask mandates and vaccination requirements in their areas now. In the Control Center, Alejandra Garcia, South Florida Media Network.
This morning, chaos in Capitol Hill after House Speaker Nancy Pelosi rejected two Republicans elected by House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy. They were the Republican selections to serve on January 6th committee. Now, McCarthy is vowing that Republicans will launch their own investigation into the attack on the Capitol.
This is the people's house, not Pelosi's house.
The only Republican now left on the committee is moderate Liz Cheney, who says she supports the Speaker's decision.
President Biden is back at the White House this morning after answering questions at CNN's town hall. The town hall was in Ohio, addressing on issues affecting Americans. He spoke about voting rights, the economy, infrastructure, and the COVID-19 pandemic. Biden also addressed Dreamers and their immigration status, saying in part they should be able to stay in the United States of America. This town hall came at a pivotal time in Biden's 6-month presidency.
Miami-Dade Police Department released video on Twitter showing the Surfside condo collapse recovery efforts. In the clip, we can see the remaining cars, debris, and officials working on the scene. Today, authorities confirmed 97 victims have been identified and 1 remains missing.
A cruise that takes you on a 5-month-long voyage. The Region 2024 Cruise 7 Seas Mariner went on sale last week. The fare started at more than $73,000 per person and went as high as $200,000 per person. But the price, however, didn't seem to bother anyone as the cruise sold out in less than 3 hours. The ship will stop at 66 ports and 31 countries, including Central America, Hawaii, Australia, New Zealand, the Mediterranean, and more. Region 7 Seas Mariners set sail from Miami on January 6, 2024.
After dropping 50 points in the clinching game of the NBA Finals, the first thing on the Milwaukee Bucks superstar's mind, 50 chicken nuggets. Giannis Antetokounmpo made the big purchase at Chick-fil-A because 50 is the number of points he scored in Tuesday night's Game 6. The team they beat is the Phoenix Suns. He will also name the NBA Finals MVP.
The Olympics kicking off early as the results are in for yesterday's USA women's competitions.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
To be able to say that, I'm playing on the U.S. national team for baseball from Miami as a Cuban American is, it feels like a full circle.
Leading the USA into the Olympics opening, representation from Miami and Cuba in Tokyo. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. What? My.
Sorry.
Oh.
Ahead of the Summer Olympics opening, the First Lady arrived in Tokyo earlier today. Those opening ceremonies will be early tomorrow morning, our time.
The network's Casey Mintz has the latest on the Olympics and the Miami native who will represent South Florida as a flag bearer.
Qualified Olympians have converged on Tokyo, Japan. And with less than 24 hours till the opening ceremonies, there are still many questions. Most prevalent is the question of surging COVID cases in Japan.
This is kind of like trying to have a vacation during a hurricane. It seems to me imprudent.
The virus has already hit the Olympic Village, sending some Olympians home. COVID also striking the U.S. women's gymnastics team. Alternate Kara Ecker tested positive for the virus, and Leanne Wan is in quarantine after being in close contact with Ecker. But the Olympians who will be marching come tomorrow morning are excited for the chance to compete. And leading those U.S. Olympians out during the opening ceremonies will be Miami native and Miami Marlin minor leaguer Eddie Alvarez.
To be able to say that, I'm playing on the U.S. national team for baseball from Miami as a Cuban American is, it feels like a full circle.
And Florida will be well represented at the Tokyo Olympics. South Florida's own Bam Adebayo will be playing for the U.S. men's basketball team. And the U.S. men's swimming team also has a great representation from Florida, with 4 of them hailing from the Sunshine State. So I thought 2024 is right around the corner. I'm from the Sunshine State. I've got goggles. I've got a pool. So I need to start practicing. After all, I did lose last year to COVID. So, we gotta get back on track. But before I start practicing, for the South Florida Media Network, U.S. Olympians, stay safe, stay healthy, win gold, and go USA.
Casey mentioned Eddie Alvarez. This actually isn't his first Olympics. He represented Team USA back in the 2014 Winter Olympics as a short track speed skater, winning a silver medal.
As the Olympics officially kicks off tomorrow, some contests already started. On the first day of the competitions, the favorite USA women's soccer team sadly did not achieve any wins after their game against Sweden ended 3-0. On an upper note, the women's softball team claimed victory on both games against Italy and Canada. Next time both groups will be playing will be on Saturday.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Christina Feliciano.
And I'm Zitlali Solate. Get more news anytime at sfmn.fiu.edu.